Shalom, everybody. This lesson is dedicated to my beautiful father Baruch Ben Eref, Shlema, full healing to him, and Bezat Hashem to all Am Yisrael. All Jewish people should be redeemed, and all the whole world should be redeemed. We should have world peace, and we should have everyone talking to Hashem, talking to God in their own words every day, like a friend, like their Father in heaven. So, beautiful prayer formula part 2 is a very beautiful, beautiful part. This is going to be the bulk of the formula. You know, you gotta start with something light, you gotta have a bulk, and you gotta end with something beautiful and light as well. But the main thing is what I found out is something beautiful, and it's redundant, and it's, of course, you already knew it, and there's nothing new. We're just discovering who we are inside. We've just forgotten. And the reality is, the best way to pray after you achieved part 1. Did you listen to it? If you didn't, go listen to it right now. Part 1, if you achieved gratitude, is the attitude. If you talk to God 15 minutes a day, hopefully, and just thinking out loud, if you don't believe in God, you believe in the force and the oneness and the source and the whatever you want, the creator, talk in your own way, in your own words. Even if you don't believe and you're not sure and you want to believe, then I urge you, have a challenge. Say, God, I want to believe in you. I want to see you in my life. I'm going to take 40 days. I'm going to pray to you 15 minutes a day. I'm going to just say thank you. And I want to feel you 40 days from now. I want to challenge you to show me that you exist. And I'm 100% certain you're going to see it. You're going to see what you got to see. He's going to come through however he can come through in your life. You just got to make the vessel, and gratitude is the most potent way that I've found that we can do this. Anybody can do this. When you get gratitude, then you get humility. That was part 1. I'm not going to repeat myself. Part 2 is something amazing, special, and beautiful, and deserves its own video. So part 2 is one thing that we all know this. Ask for one thing at a time. And a lot of people think that, you know, you got to pray on this a little, on this and a little, on that a little, and they go everywhere. And if you're a river, you got to flow one direction. You got to flow, and like we know where there's a rock and the water comes through the rock, the rock will degrade. The water can pierce through the rock after a certain time. So you got to just continue going at that one point. And what I find is the consistency is key, that you got to spend a little time every day. And it's only because it works on the principle of will. When you have a desire for something, you'll have it. You'll get it. When you want it, you'll get it, right? You got to will it, right? If you look up, you'll stand up. You got to point yourself in the right direction and it will happen. How do you point? With your will. And what is your will? You can explain very simply that in Judaism, we learned that the will is the soul. It's the source. It's your essence. That's your soul, and that's your will. It's the same thing. It's one and the same. And so for your will, that's who you are. What you want is who you are. So if we focus on physical desires, I want a Maserati, I want a car, I want a house. Okay, that's nice. But when you focused on the real will, on your true will, for me, to serve the Creator, then I can have all those things too. I can say, I want a house to serve my Creator. I want a car that works. I don't want a Maserati at all. I want just a car that works to serve my Creator. And you can focus it all on your true goal, on your point of truth, on what you're trying to achieve. And then everything else fits into place. I promise. I promise I've lived it. And so you don't have to find your true goal or your point of truth in life. And obviously, the more you do this, the more you will learn deeper and deeper who you really are. I can't say after 6 months I've learned who I really am, but I know exactly what I got to do in life. And 6 months, now it's not like a decade of hard work. I just talk to God 15 minutes a day. So when you focus on one thing, no matter how small or large, take one thing, and on top of your gratitude, right, 15 minutes of gratitude, on top of that, pray on that one thing for 5 minutes from your heart. And so there's different things that I've done, you know. Let's say a couple weeks ago, my kids were going to sleep at 12 or 1 in the morning. I'm not kidding you. My kids are 1.5 and 3. So they're pretty small. So they're loud. So it was very hard to sleep. And me and my wife, mostly my wife, because I would pass out at some point, my wife would be up with them, and it was very, very difficult for us. We didn't have any time for ourselves, because at night, all evening, and until 1 a.m. sometimes, they would just be, ah! So I prayed on it. I just prayed to God. I said, Hashem, please help me. Help me to build vessels to put my kids down earlier. It's good for them. It's good for me. We're going to dedicate all that time that you will allow me to have by them going earlier to serve you. to do what you want, to do videos, to do booklets, to do whatever you want me to do, to have my wife have some time. And lo and behold, it's been about 3 weeks. And my kids, I'm not kidding you, my kids for the last 7 days, except one day, so maybe this whole week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 4 days already. Already 4 days they've been going to sleep at 8:30. Huh? Amazing. And I prayed to God, and I've set a goal that was I thought it was a little over the top. I said, God help them to go to sleep between 7 and 8. 7:30 they were in their beds, sucking on their bottles. Don't tell me they can't have bottles. I know, I get it. We're working on it. But the amazing thing is that you can just pray. And sure, I gave up a couple of times in there. I was like, you gotta pray on something. And I just went to something else. But when I just came back to it more and more and more, I just prayed from my whole heart. Help me to build vessels. Teach us how to do it. Help us to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to put them down. Help us to do it. We can do it with your help. And thank God it happened. So there's so many stories like that. But when you focus on that one thing, you do it from your heart, and you pick something small and achievable in the beginning. Just pick something small. Don't pray for world peace. I mean, it's nice. Pray for world peace as much as you want. But for your own life, to really build a relationship, it's a two-way street. When your friend gives you a gift, and you give him a gift, you both feel like you are in a relationship. You give and take. And that's what happened with God. I prayed for it, and I said, I'm gonna use everything you give me for you. And He gave me, and it's a give and take, and it's a real relationship. So it strengthens my faith, and I knew that there was something achievable that I could do, but still, it's an amazing miracle. 3 weeks, who knew 3 weeks, and I'm gonna keep it up. So I urge you guys, part 2 of our prayer formula: stay on one thing, no matter how small or large, and just go for it. Just lizrom, as we say in Hebrew, just flow with it. Go with the flow. Pray on that one thing and keep it pointed, and you'll see revealed miracles. Like we say in the Torah, it says, turn my heart of stone into a heart of flesh. And that means that my heart will be sensitive to God. That means that I can see every night I come home there asleep, I can feel God. I can feel our relationship working. And that's how you bring God into your life. Part 2, don't miss part 3. This is coming very soon. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I love you all very much. Talk to you soon.